There are a lot of achievements in EU4, and some people have them all. I am not one of those people, but I plan to be. Welcome back to the EU4 Completionist, a series where we're going to try to get every single achievement in the game. With that being said, guys, please enjoy. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 video. Today, we are playing as the nation of Hungary in an attempt to get 2 achievements. The first being Take That Von Habsburgs, starting as Hungary, own all of Austria as core provinces, and the second being the Hungarian Games, starting as Hungary, with win 23 battles with the Black Army Mercenary Company against 12 different countries. So those achievements are ones we're going to get. We are going to take a pretty chill game here, I think. Kind of explore Hungary's mission tree and see what they have to offer. So with that being said, guys, let's jump into the rivals here. Let's match the... Actually, I'm going to wait on the Ottomans. I don't want them to... Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's match the Ottomans right away. Let's match Bohemia. And honestly, well, I guess Venice is a good option. Let's get into the estates. We do have some Orthodox land to convert, so we'll make sure to take some of the missionary strength ones. Give the oversight, take the enforced unity. We will take the religious culture, and I'll grant the advisory council. That sounds fine. Nobility, mill power, levies, right of council, and supremacy sounds good. I guess we'll take the patronage. I want the money. I'll take the free enterprise, and we'll grant them the advisory council as well. Go ahead and summon the diets, and we'll seize land as well. This one wants us to invade Serbia. We'll go ahead and take that. Might as well. We're going to be doing that anyways, and we'll seize land. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, if Poland isn't rival to us, we're going to offer them an alliance, and we're also going to try and ally Moldavia. So we're going to try and improve relations with these guys as much as we can, as well as our subject in Croatia, and kind of speed 5 until we can get some permaclaims from our missions. We'll go ahead and insult Bohemia here. That'll make us improve relations with Poland a little bit better, maybe get us some power projection. We got the Union already. That was quick. All right, for this one, I guess we're going to take the first option. I'd like to have Janos as my ruler, and we can just try and make sure that this heir never makes it. And I should have picked, not the Dipro guy, I should have picked this guy here, so we'll go ahead and waste a little bit of ducats. That's fine. Gotta make sure that my improved relations is ticking up pretty quick. All right, we completed the mission Old Alliances, so we get the permanent claims on Wallachia, and we can go ahead and declare that war now. As well as, since we have an alliance with Moldavia, we can do this, so they'll more likely choose us in the Romans invasion event. So that'd be nice to get a free vassal or subject there. And I think we can just go ahead and fight these guys. They're only allied to Herzegovina, so should be a fairly quick battle. Take that as the war goal, and let's go to town. We'll put Janos as the leader, and we'll send him over here, and this guy over here can go deal with Herzegovina as well. All right, let's peace out Wallachia for money and all their provinces. Excellent. And we can go ahead and concentrate from the state, save a little bit of money there. We can complete the deal with Dracula mission. So that'll give us some subjugation CBs. I'm not sure if I want to take Serbia's land myself or have them as a vassal, but we might as well use the CBs if it's giving them to us. So that's a good option. Looks like Serbia is allied to Bosnia and Byzantium. I think it'd be pretty decent to just fight a one-on-one situation and subjugate both of them. But let's go ahead and core these provinces before we do anything else. Unfortunately, I think Moldavia did not side with us in their event, so they're just going to remain independent. And I'd like to make sure the Ottomans can't go invade Serbia. So I think, oh, they're guaranteed, but we can get around that by fighting Bosnia. Yeah, we'll have to take out Serbia in a separate war. That's fine. Let's get over here then. Let's declare that war right away. And we just white peace Serbia here, I think, was probably the best option. I want to have my truce up as soon as I can. I don't want the Ottomans to declare in that 4-year window. And then from Bosnia, we're just going to take them as a vassal. So we'll vassalize them and take money. And then right away, we're going to go for a reconquest. And actually, our truce is up with them for another few years. I did white peace with them as well. I knew this would be the case. So I need to make Croatia like me a little bit more. I wanted to get their relation to 190. And we're kind of just going to be waiting until we can subjugate these guys. We could probably look for an option to expand into Austria or Bohemia. But we have to wait for this to trigger. So we need the event or to be 1457. So again, just a waiting game for now. I'm not making a lot of money, so we're going to encourage dev here in this state here. And we're going to bump up the gold production over here in Nitra. So let's go ahead and dump a few points over in this production. Get that up to at least 6. That's going to increase our income. We were sitting at a -3, so it pretty much doubles halves our losses every month. So that's pretty good. I could probably bump it up a little bit more, but I want to make sure I'll update it on my mill tech. Love anything else, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it as is. I think the 6 points over there is pretty decent. These guys, I don't think we're gonna be able to get our claims and whatnot on very easily, so I think we're gonna have to just wait on that until our truces are up down here and kind of invade Serbia and the rest of the Balkans. So gonna have to wait on that and just play it slow, I think. We get the alliance with Austria for now. We're gonna be eclipsing them at some point. But I think offering Austria and Poland fight the Ottomans with us will make us super, super strong. We can always ditch this alliance later. All right, I spent a little bit too much money fishing for advisors, but we got a statesman, and we can integrate Croatia as for a mission. I don't think we actually integrate them. I think it just is called that. We get diplomatic reputation and some permanent claims. So that is good. So now we get some claims down here. They do have some cores over here. So we could do a reconquest on Venice, which would be pretty good. We could call in Austria, Promised Land, or we could just go in with Poland with favors. All right, the truce expire with Herzegovina, so we're going to attack them for reconquest. Go ahead and march through here and down to the capital. Man, this speed 5 is fast. Okay, cool. We have the Polish-Hungarian Pact of Cooperation. No, don't want to be a junior partner. Monthly dip, or they're removed as historical friend. Yeah, we're gonna go for the monthly dip power. That sounds good. All right, let's finish this war here, so that may make our subject bigger. And I think what we're going to do now is actually, once we complete this mission for the Bosnian security, we get some trust and add some loyalty for our subject, so that's good. But what I'd like to do now is actually conquer Serbia for ourselves. We'll take one of these as the war goal. That's probably fine. I guess the fort's good. We're going to conquer all this for ourselves. I believe this is within 100% war score. It is. They're Orthodox, so it really matter. I think just having this land for ourselves is really good. Also, we get the gold mine over here in Kosovo, so that's pretty hype. And no matter what, we already fulfilled the requirements for the Subjugate Serbia mission for the 50% force limit because of Croatia and Bosnia. So let's go ahead and do that quick war, and then we're going to go help, with the help of Poland and Austria, hopefully, fight Venice for the rest of the coastline here, and then that will let us go into Naples next. Let's clear this war. I'm gonna go without Poland for now. That's just wise. I mean, I can co-belligerent Byzantium just in case I want to use them, you know, like a province or something like that, possibly release them as a vassal in the future. That could be an option. Otherwise, this is a Bulgarian core, so I could take that as a province. It is Bulgarian culture, so Bulgaria will pop out. I could also take maybe full annexation from them. I don't know. If I full annex them, list them as a vassal, I could get 2 really strong vassals for reconquest on the Ottomans. Fight the Ottomans right away for reconquest instead of waiting and fighting them twice, once for reconquest and once for money and a bunch of provinces. So that could be an option, but yeah, let's just clear on Serbia right away. We can deal with that later. This is the war goal, so we can get on it right away. Huge fort over here. Got their capital because of a one fight, so we're gonna go over here, kill the rebels, come back and hopefully win the siege here. Get on this gold mine, that's probably pretty wise. Huge sack wipe, that's 9,000 men gone. You know, I'm just trying to save my manpower here. Let's just wipe peace Byzantium. That sounds fine. Get our men back here. All right, so we get our event here. We have to be independent. Austria will remove us as a historical friend. I don't think... Yeah, I think that's how we start the game as historical friend, so that's unfortunate, but we gotta stay independent. That's just how it goes. So that completes a requirement for our mission to... There we go. We just need to not have a Regency Council, which wait a day, maybe? I guess we have to just wait for our ruler to come of age, and then we can complete this mission. And we can get a bunch of permanent claims over in Bohemia. So we'll probably take Silesia from them, and then we can PU them afterwards. So that is the next steps there. All right, let's piece these guys out for everything and money. Let's go ahead and get the Subjugate Serbia mission done, get the diplomatic power and the AE impact. I don't think I'm going to concentrate. I think I'm just going to core this all. Concentrating would kind of get rid of the dev and the gold mine, and I kind of want that, so we're going to keep it for now. Laura Aben is definitely struggling. We will be doing diplomatic expansion for the most part for the near future, so that's not a huge worry. And we get the mission from our diet done, so that's pretty good. Get free admin power there. All right, let's get Poland to prepare for war. Austria broke their alliance with us because they're domineering towards us, so that's unfortunate. But I think we can at least use Poland here to fight the Venice, although ooh, they're 5 reasons away, distant war. Probably crank that up if I get some trust. All right, 5 trust. Is that enough? Probably not. No, they're just on the edge. If I get some dip rep, it might work. I think it will now with the +1 dip rep. Yeah, that'll do it. So we can get Poland to help us against Venice. I think we might as well just do it. I'll go for a conquest of Istra for myself. I'll give this to Croatia because it's their cores. I think I'll take the rest for myself. Can't declare wars for 2 more years. Dang it. All right, well, we should be fine. Get the Burgundy alliance and royal marriage going here. I think that'll be good for us. We can take this ahead of time. For the innovativeness, that's fine. We need to try and get the Renaissance ASAP, but it's going pretty quick in Pest. All right, so we are getting the royal marriage and the alliance with Burgundy. How's our legitimacy going to look? It's not going to look very good, actually. So, unfortunately, I'm going to take the legitimacy flat here. That's going to go down pretty quickly. Getting some claims over here in Bohemia, so that's pretty good. Royal marriage with Burgundy. Probably going to get that when they die. So that's going to be really awesome power spike. I can go in as soon as he turns 15. I'm going to go ahead and take this ahead of time. So that's fine. We're getting the Renaissance pretty quickly over here. Growing at about 0.25 per month in Pest. Our king is of air, and our heir is really good. 543. That's amazing. Hopefully no hunting accidents in our future. We get the Hungarian succession done, so we get rid of our crisis here. At the start of the game, 5 crown land ownership, 20 prestige, and we get permanent claims. So, we can Austria. Gotta have them lose some provinces. Then we can get a PU on them. So, definitely want to go to war with them ASAP. We can also get a PU on Bohemia, if only we get 5 provinces over here. So, if we basically annex Silesia, which we have permanent claims on, we can get a PU on the rest of Bohemia after that truce ends. So, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and try and annex Silesia from them, and we should be fine there. Austria will not join because they are a rival. So I think what we can do is call in Poland and go to town in Bohemia. All right, so let's declare the war on to Bohemia here. That calls in Silesia, and Austria does not join. So I think what I do is I just occupy the at least 5 provinces from them, and anything more than that. So if I just take the Silesia ones, I should be fine. That's a little bit of aggressive expansion. Totally okay. And then if that basically stops Poland from going in on them, and that would be good. Is there any, could I take a monument that might be good? I could take Prague, because I could get the emperorship from Austria if I want to go that route. But I think this campaign will be over before you would revoke. So yeah, I'm not interested in the emperorship, so that's fine. I don't think I need Prague. I'll just take the 5 provinces. All right, here goes. This mission, the Black Army event. So lose a bunch of ducats. That's all of our cash. Get some problems to our land force limit, but the influence of our nobility goes down. We can recruit the Black Army. So, Black Army, where are we here? All right, so the Black Army has quite a bit of cost to it, about 3.4 per month. Good manpower reserves, an okay general, but hey, that's 5% extra discipline, so not too bad. I think for our first idea group, we're gonna go for influence ideas. I think the extra relations and dip rep is gonna be big, especially with our subjects, and help fighting the Ottomans as well, I think. We need one more fort on the border with them. So I think we're going to have to build something here. At some point, we'll probably build one in Nice or in, even better, in Kosovo. So that is going to be a thing. And then after that, we can get some claims on stuff over here. I probably would just release 2 provinces over here for reconquest in the future and take a bunch of cash from them. We definitely need to fight them earlier than later because they're going to start cranking up the manpower really quickly. All right, from Bohemia, I take money, war reps, and all of Silesia. That's pretty good. That's 5 provinces, right? So I can definitely fulfill the mission, and we'll send that demand. It is its own state, so definitely concentrate from that. Mission fulfilled. I'm going to hold on to this to extend the length of that restoration of union, just in case something happens where it's difficult to do the war. So we'll do that, in which case I'll get rid of that icon so I don't do anything silly there. And we can core all of that up. We're a little bit shy on the admin, but that shouldn't be a problem. Next month we'll have that. I can go ahead and summon the diet and seize some land. Wants us to subjugate Albania. They are guaranteed by Venice. Guess we're trying to get a port, I suppose. We shall get that shortly, though. Fighting Venice next. And we did lose some units in that war, so we're going to go ahead and make the Black Army over here. That's a few more units for us, putting us at a 26 out of 34 force limit. And we can start cranking on that mission. And we're a great power. Sweet. I wonder if fighting rebels counts for this achievement. I want to fight against some rebels there. Does not count. All right, cool. But it might count towards the battle part of it, but no, guess not. Get a free vassal in Albania, so that's pretty cool. Subjugate them diplomatically. Sitting at 7 of 7 on our relation slots. I did ally the Pope. I figure I could get him to probably revoke his alliance with Ragusa here and just declare the war. No problem there. Or I can get into war with the Pope and can just take these guys out, no problem. Also, they'll help me with the Venice War, so that's good. All right, take out some burger loans in order to embrace the institution. Go ahead and do that. That'll let us take this without the penalty and still get the innovativeness, so that's pretty good. And then I can also probably just pay some of that back. Just one of them. The other one's interest is so low, I might even just build a trade building, honestly. Yeah, build the trade building in Passion. Oh, shit, Venice is declaring on Ragusa. Papal State won't join. Jump on that really quickly. And the Black Army down there. We got the Feast of the Pheasant event, which basically gives us a Holy War CB for 5 years on the Ottomans. And currently, honestly, I think we win pretty easily. They just finished the war in Crimea. The units are a little stressed out. They have 0 manpower. And we have 23k. That's something. We have Poland. We have Lithuania. Their manpower is a little low. But I do think that if we Holy War the Ottomans, we can win. That's saying something. The AI does like to futz around. The Ottomans have very strong units. So if we do this strategically, we should be able to beat them. I am able to finish a mission here. The Scourge of Europe. So I get manpower, cover speed, and siege ability for the first offensive war we declare against them. So we have to make it count. All right, so we got our missions done over here. We can declare the war on the autos. I just really hope this goes well. Let's YOLO it. Superiority war. Manpower is going to be an issue for Poland and Lithuania. They should be able to get it back. Let's decimate the Balkans before the Ottomans can send their units back here. They're black flag currently. They're going this way towards the Anatolian side. And I think we should be able to get this done. Let's do it. All right, send these guys Constantinople, and let's pray we get some good fights. Oh, this is great. Ottomans have a 15k stack here that's black flag. So if we can fight them over in the plains, especially with our cav combat ability bonus from our national ideas, we're going to smoke them. So I'm going to get my units all grouped up here. I will let the merc stack siege down Constantinople, and then we'll send them to help. But I think we can pick off some stacks. Really? No. I lost that fight. You gotta be kidding me. All right, lost some fights here, but I think we can get some fights on the farmlands here. We should be able to win this one. Ottoman troops are just really, really strong. All right, we're getting the war score now. That's good. I think our overall war score here is not good, but I think definitely we can get there. Oh, free stack wipe. Let's go. At least it should be. It's crazy that it's not, but hey, we can keep fighting them for more war score. That's good. We should probably go down to the Anatolian side and see if we can catch out some stacks. Let's get the annexation cost and the unrest. That's gonna be good considering we are leaving our land over here to the will of the rebels. Grab money and war reps from AQ. We can send these guys. Do we have any more No, we don't really have any more people to take out of this war. What about Biapis? 10 days, you can send him back. I can get rid of the favors with him. I try and peace out. I could try and peace out. No, I think that's it actually. Is it just Ottomans and Biapis left? It is. Okay, sweet. So we can try and fight people over here on the Anatolian side. Get rid of them. All right, everyone should be focused on the same targets now. I'm trying to take out these little 3-4 stacks that are roaming around out here. I almost don't want them to attack those rebels. That'd be nice to just get them after we release Byzantium. All right, I think this is a good peace deal. It's not the most efficient in terms of like land I'm taking, but I'm taking a bunch of money and I'm able to, I think the war rep's actually more valuable. I take a bunch of money and I'm able to get the crossings as well as Constantinople. So I'm going to release all of this for 2 subjects here. And I think that's pretty valuable. Let's see if I can't concentrate this actually first. That's pretty decent. All right, so let's do that and let's release our subjects. All right, so let's release Bulgaria and let's release Byzantium. There's some overlapping cores. Maybe Byzantium would have been better off to have that, but it's fine. We got the big one. And ideally, these Greek separatists cause the Ottomans to have problems because I'm not going to ever give them access. So they're going to have a hard time getting back over here. And if we get some defectors, it'll take a while for us to integrate Byzantium, but, having a strong vassal for free is pretty valuable as well. This could be either really good or really bad. Austria started the unification war with Boemia, but I want to do the same thing. So, not good. Maybe we can get enough war score to get it before them, but we shall see. We were just able to snake it out by getting some war score from the other occupations here. Just Austria didn't peace out fast enough. They have the war score to do it, but they didn't. So we can snag the union with Bohemia. Not really a lot of aggressive expansion here, so just barely. Now we just have to beat Austria in the war here, which should be fine. We can get a PU with Poland if we decide to abandon that relationship. So we're going to hold on to that mission. We can take over Bohemia's electorate and gain some power projection. Why not? So we need to weaken Austria. We need them to have no more than 13 provinces. So they currently have 20 or 21 provinces. So we got to take a couple from them in this war if we can. Oh, baby, let's go. We got the Burgundian accession at a good time. And they're huge. Oh, my goodness. Wow. All right, well, we're going to call Poland to the war here. And we're going to beat up on Austria here. should be fairly simple now to obliterate them. So once we've weakened Austria, I think after that we ditch Poland and get them in a PU as well. We'll get Lithuania with that, and at that point there is nothing stopping us. I think one more war with the Ottomans, and then Poland is no longer useful. I think that's probably the way this is going to go. Stacking up these battles with our black army, so that's good. Getting victories there. A couple other nations down here we could probably target. Only sitting at 8 out of 23 battles. So I'm looking at right now at peace deals. I could get weak in Austria if I just do this. I need to make them more or less lose 8 provinces. This would make it 9. So if I take this all the way down to the coast here, I can kind of connect my lands like this way, going into Venice and into Italy. As far as expansion routes, and then I can also get the PU against them for the next war. So after the truce ends, I can PU Austria there, so that should basically kind of solidify my war. So I'll fight the Ottomans in Venice, and then Austria in whichever order, and then Poland, Lithuania after the Ottoman War. So that should more or less be the rest of our wars going forward. Just have to play the improved relations game to make sure that our coalition isn't too crazy big. We did just take the AE impact ability for the age objective, so that's going to be pretty good there. Just have to get some of these guys to fall out of the coalition territory. Once we fight the Ottomans, that's not going to be an issue. None of these guys will care. Venice, they won't care as much because they're not part of the empire, so that's good as well. But I think taking these provinces is definitely a good call. Otherwise, not taking the provinces still puts them at 13 provinces, so maybe I'll just do that. I'll just have them release the one nation here in Styria, and that should do it. Yeah, then I'll definitely take the mission to get the Union. If they end up reconquering that against Styria, even better, because then I can get the Union CB on them, and they're still bigger, so maybe that's a possibility. But yeah, they need to be weak. Although I don't think they're allowed to be the Emperor in order for us to get this. Yeah, they have to be not the Emperor. Which, after they lose the war, they honestly might not be, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, money war reps and releasing a subject. They cost us like 100 and some dip, but honestly, I think it's worth it. All right, make sure we rival Austria. They have no army. I don't think anybody's going to be voting for them really anytime soon. I think a lot of votes are going to start coming towards us, so let's just improve with Mainz and Constance, or Mainz and Cologne, and then hopefully they'll vote for us, and we can take the emperorship away from Austria and get the PU. All right, let's declare on Venice now. I think we have enough men to deal with them. Honestly, we can probably beat up on France and the Papal State too to get the Naples PU. I just need to start integrating my smaller subjects so I can afford these relationships. All right, let's get out of this war here. We're almost ready to go to war with the Ottomans again, so we'll take money on all these provinces for ourselves here. I might give Croatia some of their cores back. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do that. I think we're going to core the rest ourselves. We have plenty of admin to spare. Go ahead and do that. And let's get our troops home. On the border with our new target. Looking at Poland's willingness to join. They definitely will join after the truce is expired. We're going to be going for reconquest all up in here. And it should actually be probably a couple of wars to complete all the reconquests. But we can complete this now. Permanent claims. And we can get a PU CB on Naples for 25 years. Papal State and Savoy both would not join. You know, I might actually do that really quickly before the Ottoman War. I'm pretty sure we can beat France. Let's send these guys up here. All right, let's PU Naples. I want to get France out of this war ASAP so we can try and rush down Paris. I think would be a good idea. France is kind of, they have 50k in the reserves though. We should be okay. We have plenty of helpers here. All right, we're gonna peace out France quickly for like 10 or for 1,000 ducats. And yeah, that was a pretty good little blitz we did on them. So let's try and get our men back over to our side, and we can get them over to Naples, finish off this war, and get the next union, and then it's auto time. All right, let's quick grab the union with Naples and all of their money. Beautiful, and let's send our units back up here if we can. I don't have any transports doing. Okay, we need to build some transports now. I have no sailors though. All right, let's get the legacy of Louis the Great mission done. Since we have Naples in the PU, we basically get rid of the integrating subjects negative modifier, so that's pretty good. Now we just need to invade Venice for the rest of that mission tree, and let's get the Ottomans under thumb. We should be able to just obliterate them here, and it won't even be close. We pretty much have tripled their men, so we just did a little black flag trip with our mill access with Papal State, so we should be good on that department. Who else do we have mill access from? We need to get rid of Milan. Don't want to spend too much dip on that stuff. I could rival Muscovy for now. That sounds fine. All right, we're going to do a reconquest for Salonik, I think, is a good war target for now. Go ahead and get over there. Hopefully we can get some access through our subject getting mill access. That'd be amazing. Or maybe Poland. All right, so we're at 100 religious unity now, so we might as well click this. We get bonuses to religious diplomats, which is really good. So everyone's going to be friendly with us, more or less. That's pretty awesome, especially in the early game. All right, let's take this from the Ottomans. Mamluks declared war on them, and they're going to probably beat them up as well. So next war will be really easy. We basically got the Balkans all under control now. Taking a little bit of money plus all of these provinces, and let's send that demand. All right, our subjects are stronger. We unlock a couple more missions. Liberate Bulgaria. We get permanent claims on Macedonia and Thrace. Also 20 years of morale damage, plus lose some war exhaustion. We get the push to Constantinople mission complete. So we get some over cap on the prestige, so the monarch powers go up. And tolerance goes up as well. That's pretty good. We're missing one province over here, unfortunately, for Macedonia. Otherwise, we would be getting a bunch of manpower and a cheaper discipline advisor. And when that's done, then we just need to basically have a bigger army than the Mamluks. And we should be good in that department for this one to get the missionary strength versus heathens and the aggressive expansion impact. So that should be pretty nice once that kicks in, especially if we stack that and start going into the HRE a little bit. We are building claims on Styria, so when that truce expires, we can start getting some of those provinces we need for the achievement. Speaking of the achievements and other things that we can be doing, I think it is time to break our alliance with the Poles, and we can do have a royal marriage, don't we yet? That's fine. As long as we get that truce going, we should be fine. Let's get the next tech here for our dip tech. And then, yeah, once the truce expire with these guys, August of 96, we can bump our weekend Poland mission for the restoration of the Union CB, and that will let us just eat up all of Ruthenia and Poland here. So we are going to be extremely big. More or less, all of this is going to be ours. Plus Burgundy. When we eventually inherit Burgundy, I might want to move my capital because I desperately do not want. I desperately do not want to have the events for the Dutch revolts happening. So that might happen. I might move my trade capital back here. But if the English Channel trade is actually that good with just this stuff, it might be better to keep it up there. But we're making a good amount of money actually. About 12 ducats a month, 53 in income here, and we have about a war chest of 1,300. So making really good money. When it's not even 1,500 yet, and we're already the #1 great power. Wild. Imagine after we do this in 5 years. Pre-1500, we're gonna be just miles away from everybody else. This snowball is actually insane with these forced PUs here. Pretty good. I don't know if there's a reason why I'm getting a lot of these scripted events, but there are so many of these ones where I'm getting gov progress and some admin, and it feels really good. At a time on all the techs except for mill and dip. That's fine. We are doing idea groups there, so we should be able to finish that off quickly. We are still focusing on the dip at the moment. All right, I think it's time to send some of my AE inside the Empire. We're going to attack Styria here, and hopefully not take too much aggressive expansion. I don't think I'm going to be able to full annex them comfortably, because I do have to take on Poland and Lithuania, and I don't want the whole HRE to join a coalition. So we have to be kind of careful there. Either that, or I can wait until after the PLC, which I think I might actually just do. There's only 2 more years for that truce, so there's no point in really rushing this down. I get this, the PU on Austria anyways, and Austria probably will fight them themselves and take their course back. So if I just kind of sit back, that should be fine. I think their truce with them it's already ended, so I wouldn't be surprised if they declared war. So actually, probably better off waiting. Time to kiss the horse. All right, inherit Burgundy. Throne inherited. That's pretty good. What I think I'd like to do is probably, I guess I'll take that. I'm gonna try and have a lot more cav in my stacks because of my bonuses. I could start the golden era. The Dutch revolts are gonna start to be a thing at some point. My gov cap is actually really high. All right, we gotta start giving this stuff out. I'll give it all away. It's fine. And did all that up. Start making a lot more money now. Probably. Oh, looks like we're losing a lot more money. If I collect in the English Channel, I probably make a lot more money. What's my trade power over here? That's going to update in the month tick. Yeah, we need to be collecting here. They need to accept the culture or have it be primary. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't played in Europe in forever. But when we start getting the bad events, we're going to move our capital over here. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, we're making a lot more money now. Let's wait till the merchant gets there. There we go. That's better. All right, let's pop the mission here, and we'll lose 1 stab. That's fine from the royal marriage. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go ahead and declare the war. I will call Triarian. Why not? We'll try and peace out Brandenburg ASAP. Sweden won't join, so that's lucky. It'll be hopefully a pretty quick one. Wow, getting lots of wall breaches here. That's really nice. I have to re-recruit the Black Army in 1500. They ran out of manpower, and they're gonna be a lot bigger this time around, so that'll be nice. But our progress on the achievement is slowed because of that. All right, so we have our decision to make for military doctrines. There's a couple options that the way I see it. You could always go for military engineering, really good for the barrage costs. That's pretty standard. Probably the best choice, to be honest. But there's also the possibility of doing cav warfare, because our cav bonuses are really strong. But then there's also expanded Black Army. So we get Merc manpower, armor tradition from battles, war tax reduction, and Mercs don't cost professionalism anymore. So that's actually not bad. We could stack this with Merc ideas and actually have a decent nation just using our Mercs instead of manpower, which would not be bad, because we're going to be having less land owned by ourselves, more by our PU subjects. So I'm kind of leaning that way. Or we could go for this one for more cav cost and cav ratio, which is actually kind of better than cav warfare. It's just a better version of it. So this would be really good. This always really good. But I'm kind of leaning towards Black Army one, because why not, you know? Although I could go aristocratic ideas at some point and get the extra 15% cav combat ability. Then I'd have like 45 cav combat ability. That would be kind of insane. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to need it. So best option, why not? We can always switch it. Give it a try. All right, time to peace out Poland and Lithuania for the PU plus some money. All right. We are really big. This is our current political map mode. I don't think anybody can stand in our way. Hungary is actually super strong. I really like these forced PU missions. So we actually get some bonuses while Poland is an accepted culture. We get some cav cost and max promoted culture, so that's pretty cool. And we also completed the objectives for the Teutonic Advance because of how they have Danzig over here already. So that's really nice. We get a bunch of stuff in Gdansk and a bunch of trade power too. Looking at the great power list here, it's pre-1500. We almost have as much dev as the year. That's pretty good. And I think we're going to start going to war with Styria now and get working towards our mission for conquering Austria. All right, let's declare war here on Styria. Pretty important stuff. I want the Black Army to get a fight, so we'll try and send him to do that. Wow, they actually do pretty good damage. Stack wiped them. That's actually... What? Did we? No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. What the heck? That tooltip was a little bug. Maybe they tried to flee and they couldn't do it. I don't know. But that was pretty good. Now we're pushing up towards 11. Gotta win a few more fights here. I can win one more against that nation. We'll probably win 2 against Ulm, 2 against Lucca. When do you get here? On the 27th. Wait for a morale tick. Easy stack wipe there. Head down here probably. Catching these guys out here in France. Another victory for the Black Army. These guys need to head down here actually and fight Florence maybe. Well, I guess there's no more stacks to fight, so we can just send the Black Army home. All right, looking at the peace deal, I think this is probably the wisest decision. Leave these Austrian corps over here. I think I need to chill in aggressive expansion, at least in Europe. I can probably fight the Ottomans soon and maybe Moldavia. But I want to make sure that Austria loses the emperorship, and I really can't have that high AE for that to happen. And honestly, I might just hold off on this until after I get the Austrian PU. I could probably just take money and war reps actually and just be done with it. Yeah, why not? It's not like we're in any rush really. We do need the land at some point, but I'd rather make friends with the electorates here. We're going to go over our relation limit to get Cologne as an ally, and then either Mainz or the Palatinate would be a good option. Probably the Palatinate. They are a rival to Trier, who's our ally, which is probably why they don't like us. Saxony or Brandenburg would work. Yeah, Brandenburg would be good, a good ally, I think. Yeah, we're going to go over the relation slots by 3. That's totally fine. So it looks like Austria is going to do a reconquest on Styria, which is, I guess, fine. If I get 30 spy network on Saxony, I'm going to dismantle the HRE. So if I can get that done before Austria actually finishes this war, which it should be fine because I should be able to unoccupy their stuff, then I can just get the PUCB onto Austria, and then after that truce is over, I can go into them after 5 years. So that should be good. All right, we're going to pop this war against Austria here. I thought I had claims bordering claims. I did not, so I can't just fight Saxony. So I have to fight and occupy the Palatinate as well. That's fine. So let's just go ahead and get this war underway. We can peace out everybody pretty quickly, but as long as we occupy the Palatinate and Saxony, we should be good to go. All right, let's do it. We barraged everything down, and we're going to hopefully get Palatinate's capital pretty quickly. Disease outbreak, of course. but I don't see anybody stopping that siege. Gonna fight here with the Black Army for the achievement. Easy victory there. Head up to here. Easy stack wipe there. All right, we're getting a bunch going on here. Come on, there we go. Heidelberg is gone. We can dismantle the HRE. Beautiful. 200 splendor, power projection, everything glorious. Mission fulfilled. Weaken Austria. So we get that CB for 25 years. Now, more or less, I can peace out of this war. And I can let them finish... I can actually let them finish this war for the reconquest. Although that will increase my aggressive expansion quite heavily. But the HRE is gone, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, might as well let them finish this war. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe I can just hunt some stacks with the Black Army for the achievement before the war finishes. A stack there. Oh, we got a 3 for 1 right here. All the units are stacked up. Beautiful. Actually, I don't think that's 3 for 1. Oh, it might have been. We're at 18 of 23. 20 of 24. Good fight here against Munich. I'm guessing that's 21. Yep. I don't think Austria counts anymore. I think I've already beaten them up pretty badly. Nope. Nope. Still, Austria still counted. Munich might count again. Let's go back. Colonialism is here. Excellent. Oh, that's the achievement right there. Let's go. Hungarian Games is done. All right. So now all we have to do is take that Von Habsburgs, control all of Austria here. It needs to be full course. So it'll be 50 years, I think, until we can actually get the achievement after we PU them, which is fine. We can just kind of explore the mid to late game here. But this is, I don't know, that's pretty fun, just hunting stacks with the Merc Company. All right, let's white peace. Let Austria reconquest all their stuff, and then we can go in on them in 5 years. And let's be sure to get rid of our alliances with all these guys that don't really matter anymore. Don't want to be over the limit if I can help it. Brandenburg and Mainz, yeah, okay, where's Mainz at? Love that alliance. Brandenburg, honestly... might be useful to have that one, actually. Maybe I keep Brandenburg for now. That's only 1 over the limit. That's fine. All right, let's get colonialism from Portugal. I'm going to buy knowledge sharing from them, so that's pretty good. And let's start integrating our Croatian PU now. I could try and go for the Atlas legacy here, but I'm going to save that for another day. We're going to be having 6 PUs, so 4 short. It's a lot easier to get that as, like, Austria by putting your dynasty on your revoked HRE people's thrones and then PUing them later. But... that's probably how we're going to end up doing it later on in the achievement hunting quest that we're on. All right, let's fight Venice now. I think now is as good a time as any. We can get the Knights as well. If we can land on them, I'd love to take Malta. But if we can't, it's not a big deal. Yeah, we jumped on to Moldavia because Muscovy lost the Union and they went back to war. Unfortunately, they enforced the Union. I thought because we occupied a bunch of their stuff that they wouldn't be able to enforce the demands. But they were able to. So now we are at war with Muscovy, which is fine. I'm just going to take all of this, and that's it. So we only need to get to 38% war score. All right, we're going to take 100% from Venice. I would like to have taken Verona, but can't quite get there. So I'm going to take all of this stuff. And this, if we get Verona, we can complete a mission and get a bunch of permanent trade power in the Venice node, which will be nice. So we can collect in Venice and in the English Channel, which would be just double dipping there. And the penalty for double collecting will be reduced as well if we have a trade advisor. So that is awesome. Coalition, honestly, I don't think this matters. I'm going to keep improving relations with all these guys to get them below the threshold, because eventually we need to fight Austria next year. So actually, that's only in a few months. It's in February. But that CB lasts for 25 years. So I could wait for them to actually finish their wars and get a little bigger. So that's not an issue. So let's just keep improving with everybody who's on the cusp of joining. All right, now that we've pieced out for Moldavia, we can send that demand. We pieced out for Venice. What we're going to do is we're going to pop this golden arrow. We're going to upgrade to a empire, and we're going to try and move our capital over to The Hague. It would be cheaper if we dev it a little bit. So let's go ahead and encourage development. Also finish this mission for cav compatibility and perma claims. Be nice to have a center of trade at least in the province. This is glass. That's actually might be better. Yeah, so let's upgrade this center of trade. I can actually do it again. Expand infrastructure. Purge dev. Upgrade that one more time. And let's move the capital over here for 219. Pretty cheap. Stops the Dutch revolt. Excellent. We can embrace pretty quickly, so I'm going to save my points for that. Although we can concentrate now from this state over here. And we can concentrate probably from over here as well. And we can buy that down a little bit, and we can core all of this. And we're only a little bit overextended, more or less. What I could do is, I believe Poland probably has claims on this. They do. I can give Poland this. I think that would probably save me some points. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't think there's really a big point in me having any of this. Also to make them like me more, so I won't lose the PU if they die. Or if I die, rather. Alright, so now I core everything more or less, and we're good to go. I could give this province to... Actually, nobody has a claim on it. Never mind. Corfu, I have to core myself. I mean, I could give it to them no matter what, but it'd be nice if they had a claim on it. I can get rid of that stupid fort, too. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and seize land again. Bump up our crown land ownership a little bit there. And I'd really like to embrace before I do any of that other stuff. But it's pretty close over here, and we're saving up some money as well. We're looking really, really strong now. Austria truce is up in February, but France is... Who's France attacking? Oh, they must be attacking Switzerland, huh? Oh, no. France is attacking Aragon. Okay. All right. Well, Brandenburg called us into a big war with Denmark, but we're going to also start this war before Austria joins coalition. And let's send that Restoration of the Union declaration. Let's take our Union plus money. Excellent. Super strong, that. So now we have the Take Vienna mission done. We get the Fate of the Empire event, which honestly does not matter. So we can get subjugation CBs on everybody, but I don't know if that'll even come into effect, or we can just take the dip here. So I think we just take the dip because the Empire's already gone. And then we can do this one, get the power projection permanence and the max effective absolutism, which that's insane. So basically we can have 110% absolutism, and that's really good. So excellent modifiers there. Dismantling is definitely the way to go. The only problem is the whole world wants to be in a coalition against us now. Good thing is, we're stronger than the whole world, so that's a plus. All right, let's take some cheap loans and embrace. Upgrading our militech will help the coalition probably as well. Yeah, coalition's looking pretty spooky. I don't think I need to be worried about it. I did ally Castile just for some extra protection, but I'm going to be pushing a lot of these miners out of the coalition shortly, just by improving with them. I don't think I'm in a position yet to start one-shotting all these guys and annexing them and playing that kind of game. But I think slowly as these guys start eating each other, it'll get easier. There'll be less overall troops, and I can manage the coalition a little bit better. And eventually, we'll probably have all of Germany ourselves anyway, so that'll be nice. All right, let's do a holy war against the Ottomans while we wait for this coalition to drop off. Good use of our aggressive expansion there. And we'll grab Defender of the Faith too. That'll be good. Grab the extra missionary there. All right, let's pop this, get our discipline and artillery combat ability. We can also take our first policy, that's income from vassals and diplo annexation cost, are really good, especially with this many large subjects. So like now integrating Byzantium is only 436, and that's pre-absolutism, so that's pretty decent. All right, let's just piece out the Ottomans for all this stuff, and then that's pretty much it. Let's send that demand. Honestly, this stuff I can probably give to either Byzantium or Bulgaria. I could also core it myself. I don't think there's an issue with that. We do finish a mission, secure Macedonia. We get a bunch of manpower, which pretty good. We're about not even close to the cap, so that's awesome. We also get a discipline guy for 75% off. We'll definitely be recruiting him. We also get the Bulwark of Christianity, so missionary strength versus heathens is increased. And our aggressive expansion impact for 20 years, minus 15%. So what we could do is we could hold on to this until we want to take another war. And that way we can control when we get our aggressive expansion reduction. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll take that, and we can always dev some of our admin and dip. For our cores, I think we're going to core everything ourselves. Let's hit core all in that department. Sitting on quite a bit of cash, we could try and build some manufactories. Not quite ready to put any of those on the cattle provinces. So maybe just production buildings. Those three are fine. We could probably build some government buildings now. Everything with at least 4 on it. That's probably good. Maybe some army buildings, and that's probably good use of our cash. Get rid of some of these edicts. We don't need that anymore. Byzantium only has 1 core left, so I think what I'm going to try and do is annex them. I'm ahead on the dip, so that sounds like a good use of my power. I could also do the same to Bulgaria, which would be quicker. But I think Byzantium is probably a better target for now. We get the better trade from Constantinople. Let's go ahead and send that. Make sure we're using the... We have this for 20 more years, so that's good. Next war targets, we could probably do a reconquest against France if they leave the coalition. But just getting this coalition gone is probably a priority number 1 for us. Otherwise, the Mamluks are a viable target. We dev some of our land in Carpathia, so now we can get fertile lands of... Banania, so we get some ducats and goods produced plus dev costs. Now we just need to get level 7 government reform. We can complete strong government, and that's pretty good. 10 years of bonuses, and then the big one would be the peoples of Hungary and found Budapest, so we get max absolutism and gov cap till the end of the game. So then we also get to choose whether we want to be more humanist or religious focused. I think we go for religious next. I just want the Deus Vault. I think that's going to be really helpful for us. We can expand on this way pretty rapidly then, and start setting up some trade companies. So I think that is the plan. We can start funneling all the trade into Venice and make a bunch of money. So let's get that going. All right, I think we can probably get rid of the Black Army. We don't need it for the achievement anymore, and I think it's outgrown its usefulness as far as how powerful it is. So one downside is that we did choose expand the Black Army here. So if we just pick this, nothing really happens. So it is what it is. I do need to rush Tier 7 government reform for the missions. If I do, and I have my crown land ownership over 80%, I can just inherit Austria and get the achievement right away. So I think we're going to try and do that. So I can't really afford to change this. So we just have to try and make sure everything's statified and gain as much progress as we can. We're getting 1.12 every month, so that's pretty decent. Our average autonomy is pretty low, which is a pretty good thing. I now have the Cossacks estate, which is nice. That's extra 10% cav compatibility. That's insane. Make sure we're seizing land on cooldown. We need this to get to 80%. So we should be able to do that pretty quickly. Byzantium is finished being integrated. So we're going to go ahead and add provinces to trade companies over here. If we can get the extra merchant, that would be phenomenal. I am debating, actually, I think I will unstate this just to add this to the trade company. I do need to get my loans paid off before I make any trade company investments, but if I get the merchant, that would be excellent. 20% and 11%, that might change shortly. 40% and 29%. Yeah, so we can finish those buildings and we should be able to get the extra merchants, no problem. All right, let's take the Malta forts. I do need Trent at some point. I think I can probably take that myself, no problem. Yeah, let's just do the Malta fort right away. Should be quick war. All right, let's do this war too. I do need Trent and I do need Verona, so let's declare that war. We'll have these subjects kind of take care of most of that, and I can send these guys over to Strasbourg. All right, so we can see our aggressive expansion increase is only 13.7. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the Bulwark of Christianity for the aggressive expansion impact for 20 years. This is going to help us not quite as much with this war, but more with the Italian wars. But that decreases our aggressive expansion by about 3 there. So that's a pretty solid increase, or a decrease rather. And we're just going to take full annexation of Venice and the Malta fort for ourselves. And we can start upgrading this now for the bonus to our war score cost for other religions. So that's going to be really helpful, especially when we complete the Deus Vault. We can start taking a bunch of land over here and start pushing all this trade up towards us as just something to do while we wait to integrate Austria. All right, let's just take all of this from these guys. I want Mantua as well. It's a center of trade in the Venice node, so that's going to be pretty crucial there. A little bit of a coalition, but this one is not nearly as bad as the last one, so we should be okay. And we'll just concentrate because we can. So we can do a couple missions. This one from annexing all of Venice. We get 50 trade power in the Venice node until the end of the game. We also get a bonus to traders, so the reduced penalty from non-main trade nodes per level. So if we get traders and just hold on to traders the entire time, we can make a bunch more money just from collecting an English channel plus here. So that's really good. And we get some extra monarch power because our prestige is pretty much capped. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead and core everything. Just have enough to do that. We're gonna set our focus to admin now that we are doing the admin idea group. And just so we can get this core started, we're gonna declare this war as well. We need this province for our achievement. We just head right back to Milan again. All right, let's peace out for some claims here. Just started this war to kind of, I don't know, feed my subjects and expand diplomatically. I'm trying to save my admin for Deus Vault, and then we can kind of go a little hard into Brandenburg and the rest of the Protestants that are emerging over here. So a little bit of AE, not a big deal. And let's do the same thing over here with Strasbourg. We can feed Austria up to quite a few provinces, actually. Let's see, how many can we give them? We can give them up to 35 cities. They can get 15 more cities. Actually, they can get 14 more cities. So, yeah, we can feed them a little bit more land, maybe even feed them Switzerland after we get the Deus Vault going, and we can integrate them all in one click, kind of connect our lands here, which would be really good. Just take the claims and peace out. That's probably fine. I want to save a lot of the conquer for my Deus Vault. Once all these guys flip Protestant, I can kind of eat them really quickly and not have to worry about coalition too much, so we're going to wait for that. Truce expired with Ulm, so we're going to go ahead and take that as well. That'll connect our lands so we can walk across, which is pretty much the really important thing there. But otherwise, we're just going to kind of just speed 5 and chill until we can integrate Austria. We're almost to the point where we can get the next government reform and progress down the mission tree, which will help us out a little bit. And then tier 15 admin tech is what we need to finish the achievement. Just the one province, minimizing the aggressive expansion here. Send that demand, and we can have Austria core that up for us. Now we can walk across, at least to this part here. Still can't get up to the important stuff up here unless we have access through like France or somebody. But if they leave the coalition, we might actually be able to declare war on them. Otherwise, Liège is a valid target if we can get some claims on them. All right, for our tier 7, we're just going to go for administrative clergy. I think that's fine for this campaign. That bumps us over to tier 7, so we complete a strong government mission. 100 gov reform progress, reduced expand infrastructure cost, and centralized state cost for 10 years. Probably won't be able to use that too effectively, because we do want to push to our tier 10 government reform at some point. But regardless, every time we strengthen government, we get +1 random dev. So that's nice. Or every time we centralize state, rather. That's not bad. And next we get the Peoples of Hungary. So we get to see what this event does. So we can get a cost of advisor with ruler's culture or manpower in primary culture provinces. That's pretty good if we do some conversions at the end of the game. Or we get manpower in accepted culture provinces and max promoted cultures +3. I think this is probably going to be better. We are going religious ideas, so we can do some culture conversions for cheaper. We're also going to be going admin ideas next, I think. So the primary culture provinces is going to be better. So we can always do some conversions. Let's do that one. Now, all I have to do is get 3 stab, and then we can complete this, and we can form Austria-Hungary at Tech 15. So I guess I can boost 1 just to get this done. We get new government reform, and we can still use Order of the Dragon, so that's pretty good. And now this is available at Tech 15. So you just have to wait a few more decades for that. Let's upgrade this one more time. We'll spend some manpower on it too, because we have quite a bit of reserves of that. Don't want to go too low though. Ooh, and Janissary coups for the Ottomans, but they have 2 provinces, so I don't think it's really as impactful as that pop-up usually is. All right, finally we get the Deus of Vault. Complete this so that heretic provinces no longer have any penalties, but we aren't going religious ideas, so not like this really matters for us. We get the next policy, integration, or siegeability and morale damage, actually. That's really good. Culture conversion cost, also really good, especially with the decision that we took for the 30% bonus manpower. So that's pretty awesome. And then what else? Admin ideas next. That's going to push us really into the culture conversions as well as the diplo annexation costs. So we get the 15% diplo annexation cost with that. Pretty good. All right, let's declare on the Mamluks. I think it's time that we start annexing some of Anatolia here. Should be a fairly quick and easy war. All right, we finished the Malta forts, so we get the extra 15% war score cost versus other religions. And if you look at the peace deal, we can take quite a bit from the Mams here. My thought is I would take a lot of the coastline here. If I can take Rhodos and these provinces, I will, but they have a strong navy, so maybe we'll just hold off on those 2 forts. Definitely the Halab fort. If I can take as much stuff from of Syrian cores that I can, that's even better. That way I can just give them the stuff and not have to worry about being overextended at all. So go ahead and doing that would be good. Damascus, they'll want to. I think that's good for now. And then I can just kind of feed them a little bit of all the Sunni provinces, and I have to worry about spending my own admin considering I am behind. But I could definitely make another subject too. At any point, so probably just Deus Vault AQ as well, since I do have a border with them, and just kind of keep this snowball rolling here a little bit. Let's take money and war reps from Tunis. Probably peace out the Mams now as well. Not sure I want to peace out. Not quite. We probably just piece them out together then. Again, something like this is ideal. If I can get all of that, that'd be great. So just a few more months probably. All right, let's take this war. Peace out. And then we can release Syria. First, I think I would like to declare a war onto AQ. Actually, no, I have to release Syria first, don't I? Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. So I don't actually think I have the CB onto AQ, so we'll have to figure out a different war path. But I think that was a solid war against the Mamluks. Definitely weaken them. Releasing Syria. Beautiful. And we can also feed them all of this stuff here, or we can core it ourselves. We do have quite a bit of GovCap to spare at the moment. Then we could definitely keep that ourselves. We're only 83% overextended. Yeah, why don't we just keep the rest of this? That sounds fine. And then we can go ahead and we can add this to the trade company. Could convert it first. That wouldn't be bad. But for now, we'll just start trade companying everything. We're steadily building up our government capacity here. So these buildings are finishing up. Our gov cap is currently at 1120 out of 1200. We need that to go down substantially if we're going to start conquering as we get into closer to absolutism here. All right, we've been speed 5ing for a little too long here. I'm getting a little antsy. Let's declare a war. My units get up to full morale, and we'll start moving them towards the war goal. Do a quick peace out for something like this. Just want to make sure that I have a Deus Vult against all the nations that are up here that are Protestant, especially Brandenburg. We should be able to Deus Vult them pretty shortly. Although I guess we did already touch them, so it's not really an issue. Just need to get the coalition to disband a little bit. Completed a mission, though, by having an extra province up there. To strengthen the Vegvar, we get every own province fulfilling our requirements, get 1 mil. Not bad. Plus some fort defense. Well, let's embrace the institution here. Should be able to take the next tech a little bit ahead of time. That's fine. We are going for an admin group, so does feel bad to waste the admin a little bit, but I think overall in the long run it's probably worth it just to start cranking that out. Otherwise we can go for dep ideas next. It's probably an either or situation. This versus the core creation cost is really what we're weighing here, but also the gov cap is pretty huge. Go ahead and crank out the admin ideas next. We need new rivals, so I guess we have to match Russia. Not a big deal. Sitting comfortably at 100% crown land, so that feels pretty good. It's not quite 100%. We could see some bump it up a little bit more for the reform progress growth, but yep, that is always a nice feeling. All right, well, at the speed 5, king has to go back to war because the truce expired really quickly when you're playing at crazy, ludicrous speeds. So let's go. Ludicrous speed inactivated. How this is going fast. I want to get this before the war piece is out. I'm sure I'll be able to do it. Just get the extra core creation cost so I can core a lot of this stuff myself. All right, for the peace deal, I think I'll just take all of this. That looks pretty good to me. Don't think I can concentrate from anywhere, but I think overall, definitely good peace deal. My overextension a little high, so we're going to give some stuff away to Syria, and we're going to core the rest. I think that looks pretty good. I still have a land border with these guys, so I can still... I still have a land border with these guys, so I can still Deus Vult them, so that's pretty nice. And we're sitting about 12 years away from finishing the achievement run. Are we filled? We finished all the requirements to found the state, or the city rather, of Budapest. So we will unite the city of Buda with Pest over here and rename it to the current name of the capital of Hungary. Beautiful city, by the way. If you haven't been, make sure to go there. Now, if we decide to dev it at all, I can probably expand infrastructure here a couple times. We have a 20% chance to gain double the dev. So went from 41 to 43. We hit that dice roll there, which is nice. And just as I was about to finish the campaign, Brandenburg leaves the coalition, so I can probably go to war and take all of this. But I think it's a good spot as any to call the campaign. Let us take our next level of admin tech here. That will let us finally form the Austro-Hungary, or rather, Hungaro-Austrian Empire. I will take the new traditions and ambitions, why not? That changes our stuff quite a bit. We have morale instead of our cav combat ability to a little more general combat bonuses, discipline here, manpower in accepted culture provinces. That's really good. So that stacks with our primary culture 30% one that we took earlier. So that's 60% manpower in primary culture, more or less, which is huge. And then a bunch of stuff for artillery at the end of the tree. With that, let a day pass, and we get Take That Von Habsburgs as the achievement. Well, I think this is an incredibly solid Hungary. The early game is just intense expansion, and I love it. If I were willing to min-max a little bit more, we'd have a really, really more solid empire if we played the coalition properly instead of just letting it form and dealing with it afterwards. The game state would be pretty busted at that point. We would have just non-stop coalitions, but we'd be a lot stronger. My brain and my mental could not take it. So speed 5 all the way. This has been an incredibly fun run. I'm really glad we decided to play Hungary in this one. If you like this, make sure to subscribe down below. We're going to be doing more achievement-related content in the near future. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.